All right, so we are actually going to take our retelling story events test today. So I'm going to read it to you since it is an assessment. It's called True or False. There are, 7 questions, I believe. Yes, 7 questions. Those will also be read to you. So just remember, as you are doing this retelling story events, you're just looking for those keywords. You're putting in order of how it happened in the story. So remembering that this happened in the beginning, this happened in the middle, this happened in the end, and so forth. So I will go ahead and read this to you. True or false? There once were 3 poor brothers who loved to tell tall tales. They traveled throughout the countryside telling wild stories. They always claimed that their tales were true, but no one ever believed them. One day, the 3 brothers met a rich traveler. The man was dressed in fine clothes and wore shining jewels. The brothers wanted his things. Let's ask him to play a game. Each of the 4 of us will tell a tale of a past adventure. The rule is that if anyone doubts the truth of another's story, he must become that person's servant. The man will never believe our stories. Getting him to doubt our stories would be like rolling off a log. He will have to become our servant. The others liked this plan. They did not want a servant, but they wanted the man's fine things. The man agreed to the game. The first brother told a story of how he climbed a tree and could not get down, so he ran to a nearby cottage and borrowed a rope. The second brother told of jumping into the stomach of a tiger who wanted to eat him. I made such a fuss that the tiger spit me out, he said. The third told of helping the village fisherman. He said he turned into a fish and jumped into the river. There, he turned back into a man and killed the big fish that were eating all the little fish. The rich man listened to the 3 tales without saying one word of disbelief. Then he told his story. He said he was searching for 3 servants who had run away from him. You 3 must be the ones I am looking for, he said. The brothers looked at him with alarm. If they doubted him, they must become his servants. That was their rule. But if they said his story was true, they would have to become his servants too. They said nothing. Finally, the man said he would let them go if they promised never to tell tall tales again. The brothers agreed, and they kept their promise. So, after reading that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to number the items to show the order of some of the events in the story. So we're going to use numbers 1 through, I believe there's 6, 1 through 6. And you're going to put which one came first, which came second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So for example, let's find number 1. So number 1 would be right here. 3 brothers talk a rich traveler into playing a game. There is your number 1. So I've done 1 for you. Now you need to go ahead and number them off that one. So now what came second? What came third, fourth, fifth, and sixth? Next question says, it has 2 parts, answer part A and then answer part B. Part A, why did the 3 brothers want to play a game with the traveler? So what was the point of them even playing this game? A, they wanted to see if he would believe their tall tales. B, they wanted to trick him so they could have what he owned. C, they disliked people who had more money than they did. Or D, they were once the rich traveler's servants. Part B. Write a sentence from paragraph 2 that supports the answer you chose for part A. So once you have your answer, you need to find the sentence in paragraph 2 that supports that or tells me that. So you would look in this paragraph where it says, one day the 3 brothers, and I'll show you that up here as well. One day the 3 brothers met a rich traveler. The man was dressed in fine clothes. That paragraph is going to tell you why they wanted to play a game, and then I need that detail or that evidence to support it. So find the sentence that tells me that in the paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and start a new video.